So after seeing potential concept art and reading articles about Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, it is looking like they are paying homage to Test Drive Unlimited 1 and 2, which is absolutely brilliant. The fact that we had to visit one of 14 dealerships with different themes, and being able to walk around them, see fellow players and things like that, seeing their avatars, is absolutely fantastic news. And before you even buy the car, being able to customize it to what the manufacturer allowed it, with different wheels, colour options, and even interior colours, and even some materials as well. That was absolutely fantastic. The fact that before you even bought the car, you could make it your car. Another thing that has me intrigued is the new workshops, because we've got more parts available to choose. So it's kind of going a little bit more Forza Horizon-y type of ordeal, rather than just having stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. You can upgrade different parts. One thing I do hope might actually come back, which is a fantastic thing, is the fact that some cars can be, if you want to be modified, they could become a completely different car, like the Saleen S281E that you're seeing on screen now from the Ford Mustang. Now, one of the things that Test Drive Unlimited did so fantastic was the sense of ownership. Now, seeing that the Solar Hotel is where we're going to live, it makes me wonder, are we going to have any houses? If we're not, then I hope that there's some sort of system where we have to actually earn garage space or buy garage space, because that is what helped so much with this sense of ownership. Not only that, when you did eventually get your house, that you're able to customize different things like the sofas, the coffee tables, even the floors and the walls. It all added to the sense of ownership and personalization to the game, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, as well, with the avatars, I'd be expecting to be able to change hair color, facial hair, the actual hair itself, all of that stuff. Not only that, but being able to change the skin tone and the shape of your head, because that was absolutely fantastic customization for your avatar. As well, having to go to clothing shops and being able to go to one that's a little bit more smart, or go into one that's a little bit more sporty attire. All of this really was fantastic to see, and I hope that Solar Crown keeps these in check. Actually keeps these in the next game, sorry. Another thing that I hope remains is the fact that, you are able to do stuff in free roam, rather than just put the roof up and down, which was fantastic to see. Being able to actually put the windows up and down, and to actually indicate. Not only that, for the fact that you went into interior view, the fact that if you rolled the windows down, the car would get louder, and if you put the roof down, the car would also get louder. And if a car doesn't have an animated roof, to just not interrupt your driving, the fact that it would just fade in and out. Honestly, I actually really like that system, and I hope that Solar Crown sort of keeps that in place. If it's a convertible, but it's more of a manual roof, that it just fades in and out, so you're just able to drive around without interruption, without having to stop, the screen fade to black, and then you're back on, and then you're back off again. But yeah, I think definitely just don't fade it to black and the roof just magically disappears. Just fade it out of existence, honestly. If you ask me, it's a better system. Now, of course, when we come to the island, Hong Kong Island is a hell of a lot smaller than Oahu and Ibiza at the same time. That is what it's going to be. However, one thing that I do hope for is the fact that you're absolutely able to explore all of Hong Kong Island, without any invisible walls and things like that. That's what TDU2 did absolutely spectacular, was the fact that you could take this hideous spiker, for instance, and then if you really felt like it, just drive up a mountain with very little stopping you, other than probably traction and things like that. That was absolutely unbelievably fantastic. TDU1, yeah, sure, you couldn't really go off-road and things like that, but you could explore all the tarmac roads, and the roads on Oahu are absolutely brilliant to drive on. I'm just hoping that Hong Kong Island, that it wasn't a mistake for them to choose this island, that it's still got absolutely fantastic roads to drive around and things like that. But seeing some of the images, it does look like that Hong Kong Island is going to have some great roads to go off-roading and doing some on-road stuff as well. It should absolutely be glorious to see, because, that's all I really want from the next Solar Crown, to sort of pay respects to TDU 1 and 2, what they did well, and just be more of it, but with a decent handling model. The fact that we had to start up the car when you were in free roam, so you could hear all of that. The little attention to detail, like the little hood, for instance. You know, the revometer being matching to the one in the interior. It was so cool to see. Even the concept cars getting this. That should absolutely be on there, because it was great. You know, rather than just having a standard hood, having a one that felt unique to each car. So you did want to get more of the cars, so you could feel what it was like, or test drive all of them and things like that. It was so great to see just these little details. It adds up more and more as more got added into it, which I'm hoping Test Drive Solar Crown absolutely does. Another thing as well is just little distractions. Obviously, you know, I'm not like things like this, for instance, with the photography, you know, having to take hotspots of Hong Kong Island or even wrecked cars. Now, obviously, with the size of the map, I'm not expecting all of the wrecked cars like it worked in TDO2, where they're in specific areas and there's 10 of them. It might be that they go off Forza Horizon's instance, where there's a barn find on a location in the map, and then you have to go off, find it, and then the mechanic will repair the car, and then you'll get it for free. Something along that line. It's just little distractions to help you, to really give you more of an incentive to explore Hong Kong Island. You know, obviously we have confirmed that we're going to get little missions to do as well, like Convoy and stuff like that, which is great because we did have little missions like that for TDU1 and 2, and yeah, it's really great to see that they are definitely paying respect to the Test Drive Unlimited name and are going to do, hopefully, keep what made these games so iconic and beloved, and just get a better model, handling model or something like that. However, that's going to be it for me. Do hope you enjoyed. If there's other things that you think Solar Crown should definitely sort of improve upon with their next game, hopefully when it comes out later this year, then, you know, do let me know. You know, feel free to put it in the comments so we can have a good discussion, because I do absolutely want this game to be successful. It would be fantastic to have another open world driving game, and a classic name at that, brought back into the spotlight and really show that, you know, Test Drive haven't lost it, and that Forza will have to pull their finger out their arse and actually do a good game for once. However, that's it from me. Take care, and ciao for now.